jumps out at you from week 5 of something that you want to talk about that you think we should know? Mike, I'll just give you that floor on that front. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Ravens thing is really surprising. 1-4, and their quarterback's out. We all know that. Difference makers are hurt on defense at every level. I mean, they had 2 defensive backs out, Humphrey, and they had Roquan Smith and Matabike at defensive tackle. But beyond that, especially defensively, what's going on? It's 35 points a game to one of the best franchises who I respect as much as any franchise in the league.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Why is it? You see them and there's some missed tackles out there. That's not a John Harbaugh team. What really is it driving this? And I think it's an aberration. I hope it's an aberration because I believe in them. But, defensively, the 2 things you got to do to start with fundamentally are you got to tackle and you got to have block destruction, meaning get off blocks and get to the football. Well, what's beyond that? Then you get into scheme. I think if I remember correctly, Rich, last year they brought Dean Pease back in October or November to kind of help with Orr's transition to a defensive coordinator. And there's a lot of noise out of there right now about their defense and the safety or not of that young coordinator. Be interesting to see. Chuck Pagano's on that staff. Be interesting to see if they bring in another senior guy like they did last year to try to help stabilize it. But if I know Harbs, I think he's going to just kind of get everybody in and kind of close the doors and say it's us against the world, and it starts with us. No more penalties, no more turnovers. We got to get healthy. We got to do the fundamentals. But, Rich, I find that really intriguing. I thought that Tampa Bay-Seattle game was fun to watch.
Awesome. Loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, one of the things I love about that whole thing is kind of the sub-story of the quarterbacks that were formerly high picks that are now making headway in the NFL. Baker Mayfield, I think he's a top 7 or 8 quarterback right now. Darnold, how about Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
I mean, does he look like the guy that was with the Jets? I mean,
no, and both of them with Carolina, right? And Baker was playing defensive and scout team when he was with Carolina. Look at them now.
Look at Daniel Jones in Indy. Daniel Jones, I mean, you can bitch and moan about him as a Giant all you want, but at the end of the day, a couple of years ago, I did their game in the playoffs at Minnesota where they beat Minnesota in the wild card, and I thought they won the game because Daniel Jones used his arm and his legs. He's pretty talented. He's not a natural thrower of the ball, but used correctly with a good run game and defense. And you're asking me what I see around the league. I see Indy playing some pretty good defense under Lou Anarumo. I see them running the ball 48% of the time, Rich, which is, I think, 5th in the league. Who are the other teams in that group? Ahead of them, Buffalo, Seattle, Detroit, and Green Bay. They're the only guys that have run the ball more than Indy. So this retro quarterback craze, I love it because what you're saying is when the fit is correct, the talent was always there.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.